Hey everyone, it's Jenny from jccards.com and I'm so pleased to be taking part in the Save the Crafty YouTuber video hop today. The hop was put together to help out many of the crafters that are currently being affected by the new YouTube rules regarding subscribers and YouTube channel views. There's a chance to win a prize on every stop along the hop by leaving a comment. Today mine is sponsored by Simon Says Stamp and Catherine Pooler. So leave a comment below, and I would also recommend subscribing to my channel and liking this video. There's lots of chances to win prizes along the hop, including some random giveaways as well. The next stop on the hop can be found in the link in the video description below. For my video today, I'm showcasing a technique I've done a few times in the past now, creating the look of a stained glass window with Nuvo jewel drops. And be sure to stay tuned to the end, where I'll show you a couple of other ways to use the technique. A full supply list can be found in the video description. I'm starting out with two dies which are in the same set from Winnie and Walter. It's the Multifaceted True Star Cutaways. And I'm die cutting the intricate die from some Tonic Craft Perfect mirror cardstock in the satin finish. This is the frosted silver. So I've die cut that once, and then I'm die cutting it again 3 times from some thick Neenah Solar White cardstock. This is the £110 version. You can use a number of dies for this technique, and I'll show you at the end a different way to do it if you don't have the double set dies like this one. Winnie and Walter also make leaf dies, a heart, a circle that have a similar look. And Altanu do a couple of dies that have and also have a very similar look. What you're looking for is dies that have lots of smaller compartments that you can drop Nuvo drops into, which I'll show you shortly. You're then going to stack and adhere together the 3 white pieces. I use spray adhesive to do this because it's much quicker, but if you have the patience, more patience than I do, you could use any liquid adhesive. Once you've adhered the pieces together, put your die cut down on a craft mat, a non-stick craft mat, and drop any type of Nuvo drop you want. I use jewel drops because once they dry they're semi-clear, so the light shines through. And you don't have to be particularly careful here. Use a craft pick to pull out any Nuvo drops into the corners where you need to, and then just set it aside to dry. I usually leave mine overnight. To create your card base, in this one I'm using navy cardstock, which I've cut to 11 by 4 1/4, and I'm scoring with a bone folder at 5 1/2. I've then trimmed down 2 pieces of pattern paper to the size of an A2 size card panel, and I'm adhering one to the front of the card with some glue runner. I will also be adhering the other piece into the inside of the card, so that it covers up any of the glue once we've cut our window. You don't have to use pattern paper, I'm just doing this to focus on the technique, but you could of course create the same look with a watercolour background or some other type of stamped background. I'm now using the solid star die from the same set to cut a window through the pattern paper on the front of the panel and through the cardstock behind it. I'll then replace the star back into the window I've just cut and run it through again, and this way it will help me know where to position the star so that I can cut another window in the back of the card. That way our windows will exactly line up when we close the card. You'll now take a piece of acetate that is trimmed down to just about cover the panel within the inside of the card. This is going to be used to adhere your stained glass window to once you pick up the dried piece. So I'm just trimming down a piece of acetate and I'm going to adhere it with glue runner. I've also cut another window the same exact position as the card base itself in the second piece of pattern paper, and I'm going to adhere that to the inside of the card with some glue runner, and that way there's no obvious glue, and you can see there we've created a window. Here's the dried piece. You can easily peel this off your craft mat. It shouldn't crack. Just keep an eye on it when it's drying, and if you see any areas that are sinking down, you can always go back in and add more Nuvo drops. Whilst it might be a bit bumpy on the top, I think this gives more of an authentic stained glass window look. The underneath is actually perfectly smooth, so if you're a perfectionist, you can always use the underside piece facing up instead. It's now time to adhere the silver piece we die cut at the beginning over the top which covers up any imperfections where you may have gone over the edges with Nuvo drops. And then I also die cut another one from silver cardstock to cover up the back. As these are not mirror image dies, you'll need to ensure that when you die cut a back piece, the silver cardstock is facing the wrong way in the die machine. Otherwise you will only end up with a white piece. I adhered the window itself in with Ranger Multi-Medium Matte so I didn't spray the back of the stained glass window. I then added a sentiment by CZ Designs stamped in Versafine ink, and that completes the card. Here are a couple of other examples where I just used the detailed piece of the die, adhered it straight to a card background and dropped in the Nuvo drops. Some solid, some glitter, some jewel drops. Hope you enjoyed. Here's a picture showing light actually coming through this window so you can see it really does look like stained glass. Make sure you visit the next stop along the hop by going to the link in the video description below. Please subscribe to my channel and leave me a comment to be in with a chance to win. Have fun, and I hope you learn lots of new techniques today. Bye!